So where am I looking? Hello. That's your chocolate side.
The front is my chocolate side.
Do I look
Yeah.
pretty?
Yeah, you
With my new beard?
Sure.
Super uncomfortable?
Very uncomfortable.
That's good.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No.
It was the first time that we actually left the... How are you today?
Very good. I'm feeling slowly starting to feel better because I was quite sick. I was coughing my lungs out, but that is slowly getting better. I think not writing for a couple of days has really helped with that. So I'm still coughing a bit, but it's getting better.
How is Istanbul treating you?
Istanbul has been a lot of fun. It's been the first city we actually stopped and looked around and went to discover a bit, so that's been great. To talk to people, try to make myself understood has been interesting. People are really nice. They have been treating us great. Like we've been using a lot of phones and Google Translate to try to communicate, and feet and hands and everything to talk to people. It's been nice. And Istanbul itself is a very nice city, I'd say. So it's been great. The hardest part probably was even before we left. So it was the part of trying to get the bike ready and trusting that the bike actually was ready, more specifically the tire, because we've had problems with the tire. So I was a bit concerned that we would not be able to fix the problems before leaving, but we did. And actually our little 1 day delay with the tank and the lights was actually helpful in that sense, because I managed to drive the bike around on the streets around the house with all the luggage, so I managed to get used to it. And that was also a part I was quite worried about, that I would be able to drive the bike with the new suspension and all the alterations we made and being fully loaded, which I had never tried before, so I was a bit worried about that.
The border crossings. I have a problem. I always think the police is out to get me, and there's a lot of like social and cultural stigmas that have been shoved into our minds for years, and I guess in my mind that is stuck. So the border crossings are complicated in Albania, although everyone was super nice. Everyone that we talked to, I did not feel safe since the moment I arrived till the moment I departed. So breaking stigmas and breaking cultural ideas and differences is going to be, it's been the hardest part so far, and I think it's going to be the hardest part throughout. I really hope it gets better, because otherwise it's going to be really difficult to enjoy. The good parts is going to be really difficult to enjoy, because these ones really kill me a little bit inside. So I do hope it gets better soon, fast. But at this point, it's definitely been the hardest part.
Easier than I thought, because I was, as I said, I was actually quite worried about it, and the difference was not that much. Even the bags and the sides, because the size of the bike is a bit different, right? But it was honestly not as much as a difference as I expected. So driving has actually been fairly good. Like haven't had any issues with the bike so far. I've been enjoying the riding a lot, I must say. More the times when we're not on the highway. Although after Albania, where we only drove like between 30 and 50, I was really looking forward to highways in Greece. I was very happy for being able to drive 130.
Well, for me it was a lot easier than for you, because we've been preparing my bike for a long time. So more or less the only thing that I had to adapt myself to was the new tires. We were running different tires than the ones that I usually run, but they're smoother, so that's easy. It makes it easier, and for me the bike and the gear is something that I've been testing for a long time. So right now it's been absolutely great. It's been super smooth and easy. I'm more concerned with the adaptation to your bike than to mine.
Do you think there's a problem with adaptation to my bike?
Off-road is going to be an experience, because you tried the little 125s and the 50s, I think, at the Yamaha off-road school. But this is like 4 times heavier, 4 times bigger, and the safety net is not exactly the same, because a big crash here is different.
So you're worried
Yes.
about me off-road?
Yes. I'm worried about me off-road. My hand is still not good, so I'm worried if we get to like a really bad section that we cannot turn back or we push too much, you won't be able to ride and I won't be able to help. So I'm worried about the off-road sections because my hand isn't good and your experience is none.
I'd say honestly excited because, I mean, don't want to sound too cocky, but the driving so far has been good, as I said. So I'm excited for the next challenge. I'm excited for the roads that you've been promising me. All the pictures I've seen over the last year that you've sent me and told me what we would be able to see and where we will go. So I'm very excited. I think it's going to be amazing to leave the road a bit, to leave the cities, leave this big surroundings, and just go discover other things. We haven't, but we've seen some pretty epic things. I think driving from Spain to France over the Pyrenees was, I thought, pretty amazing. And Croatia was also very big surprise. I mean, I had been to Croatia before, but I did not remember this beautiful. So the twisty roads around the seaside were very beautiful. What you actually enjoyed the most?
Croatia. Really digged Croatia. It was the first time that we actually left the highway and went on different kinds of roads. And the view was great, was absolutely fantastic. The weather has been great, so Croatia's been really cool.
Okay, but Croatia is a part, so you said border crossings is difficult.
Yeah.
In general, about traveling, what has been the best part?
Everything's been very overwhelming. The overwhelmness of everything has been difficult to process. So I can only process what I know better, and what I know better is being on the road and being on the bike. So riding Croatia has been really good. We haven't talked to a lot of people, like you said, and that, like, it's hard to digest all the information without some bases, and without talking to people you don't have those bases. So it's been hard to process everything. So the best part for me so far has been driving. It's different. It's been really cool to do the Instagram and the Facebook stories, because that allows, like, for 15 seconds throughout the day, many times throughout the day, to do little stories. But then the episodes are more difficult because it's a different kind of cinematography, it's a different kind of footage, and my main camera dying didn't help, then our action cameras dying didn't help, and now we're filming everything with our phones, which is... You can tell a story with anything, but I don't think I'm good enough in editing and production to tell the story with just the phones, but we're trying our best.
Okay,
it's a different challenge.
Is it something you're looking forward to in the future, for the trip, to get better, grow as a...
Of course. Well, it's very important for me that this trip is not just ours. Because when I was seeing other people doing their things, I wanted to know more. I wanted to see the ups and downs, and everyone pretty much just shows everything that's great. So it's very important for me to continue to do these stories, because in the future I want little Bethany, whatever, in the future to see this and go, yo, Gramps, you were doing this and that. Yeah, we did. It was good here, it was bad there. So it's very important for me to continue to do these things and get better at telling our day-to-day and our weekly stories.
A big thank you. We've had a lot of help from a lot of people, starting back home from, I don't know, family and friends that are continuously supporting us. Fabricio as well. Look, before leaving, it was amazing. Like, all of a sudden, people popped up everywhere, and everybody was super helpful, and everybody was really, like, yeah, trying to help us with everything they could. And on the road, it's been exactly the same. We've only met amazing people. It's weird to say, but really it's true. Everybody is always, I don't know, everybody's always helpful. It's great. It's great. It's great to see. Anything else?
No, just a huge thank you. Follow our Instagram and our Facebook stories, because we've been posting there as much as we can. Our YouTube videos might be a bit delayed and not on Saturdays and Wednesdays. We'll try to make it work as much as we can, but the stories are always easier, and on the website you can follow us. And if you want to help, you can always drop us €1 on Patreon. That's more than we can ask, and we'll be eternally grateful. And for us, for everyone here at Touratech Turkey, I guess we'll see you guys next week, already on the road on the way to Georgia.